Good afternoon, students. Myself, Dr. Yogesh Patinge, Assistant Professor in Commerce, GS College of Commerce, Varda. For this MCOM second year, third semester Service Sector Management, we are in unit number 3. We are at the end of the unit number 3. Today we are going to discuss a point which we had earlier discussed, but it's again one extension to that. So steps to improve customer service capability. When we think from the angle of service provider, it is always a task for them to handle the customers of various types, of various needs of those customers, different kinds of customers, their different wants, their different income groups. All those things are different on different levels, having different capabilities, and it is very hard for a service provider to assess each and everyone and to prepare a uniform policy. So better we should concentrate on some groups of customers who have same properties, who have same characteristics, who have same level of their wants or needs, and in that case it is very easy for service provider to design his way of working for these type of customers. So when we think from the angle of service provider, when he wants to improve the customer service capability, he has to do certain things. Those things I already wrote here. You can see here there are 8 points, which are the steps which needs to be improved, which is responsible to improve the customer service capability. Why we need to improve the customer service capability? Because as a service provider, it is always a task. It is always a challenge for them, for each and every day, for each and every hour, for each and every minute to improve the things. That improvement will be related to the services, will be related to the technology they are using, will be related to the infrastructure, will be related to the way of negotiating with customer, way of talking with customers. So all those things are actually, when clubbed together, that forms the customer service. And when you just want to improve those customer service, we have to think certain points in our mind, how we are going to do that. So here these are the 8 points. The first one is a focus. Now when we wrote a point focus, it means that we have to focus. You have, as a service provider, you have to focus on certain things, on certain events, on certain points which we shouldn't ignore. We means a service provider shouldn't ignore, because those things are very important. So what will be the focus? Focus will be related to the service delivery. Focus will be related to the quality of service. Focus will be related to the quantity of service. Focus will be related to the product delivery, or focus will be related to the customer needs, customer wants. So all those things are actually very important when we have to think about a specific set of customers, specific set of activities. That thing is called as a focus. For example, as if I am a service provider and I am providing a service of food delivery, I am not preparing a food, I am just taking that parcel from a restaurant and just delivering it to a customer, because I am working in that segment called as a product delivery or a service delivery. Like for example, naming a few, Zomato or Swiggy, these companies are working in that segment. So what is their focus? Their focus will to deliver that product in a particular span, in a particular timely limit. Just doing a comparison between the kilometers and the traffic and all those things, and to deliver that product within 10 minutes or 15 minutes if that particular place having what we can see in a range of 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. So they are focusing on their particular thing, that they have to deliver their product in a particular span of time. That is very important. So when you are actually working in that particular sector, you have to find out which thing is very important for you to increase the customer service. to increase a customer service capability, you have to find out that particular set of things. You have to find out that particular point. You have to find out that particular place where it is very important. It will be very important to improve that thing. That thing is called as a focus. So this is the first point, the first steps where we can improve customer service capability. The second thing is assessment of internal capabilities. Look, as a human being, we should always assess ourselves that what is my capability, how I can improve my capability, how can I improve my concentration, how can I improve my physical strength. All those things are very important. If you just want to be very fit, if you want to be very concentrated, if you want to be motivated, then you have to find out what are your capabilities and how you can improve those. Same way these things happen with your business. As a service provider, you have to find out what are your internal capabilities as a businessman, as the proprietor of that business, or when you think from that business, what is main USP of your company, of your product, and you have to try out to improve those things. That's why that thing is called as assessment of internal capabilities, because there is always need of the hour, what we can say, that every time there is a need of the thing or need of the hour to improve those things. And when you are actually working on that thing, then actually it will be a what we can say a consistent process of improving the internal capabilities. The third point is understanding assets or strength. Look, when you talk about capabilities, it is the discussion about your assets and strength. Just I talked with you earlier that when we think from angle of a human being, every human being has some sort of strength, some have some assets in, for example, that person will be physically strong, he will be mentally strong, emotionally strong, his emotional quotient will be very high. He will handle himself or herself in any what we can get in any case, in any situation. So these are the strength of that particular person. The same things applies to a business, because when you think from your business perspective, you should identify your assets or strength. That is very much important thing, because you should understand what are your assets, what are your strengths, because when you think from that angle, then you will certainly find a way to go up to the mark, or with the your strength or assets, and then it will actually very good formulation to do a business. Because if you know your strength or assets, then you can work properly. But if you don't know what are your strength or assets, then it will be very hard to just compete with others, because when you are not knowing yourself, then it is very hard to know what the outsiders are doing. So this is very important thing that you should understand what are the assets and strength. Look, these all points we are thinking from the angle of service provider, because what he have to do, he just have to improve the customer service capabilities. How he or she is going to improve the customer service capabilities, because these are the things which he have to find out in his own business, in his own services, and when he will do that or she will do that, then certainly the customer service capability will improve. The fourth point is target on important zones. Again, it is related to focus. We have to find out what are our important zones, what are our strengths or assets that we have already talked in point number 3. And those you have to mark down the things, mark down that zones in your particular business or in your service delivery, that these are the important things. Those should not be neglected. Because when we talk about a certain particular product, there are some primary things, there are some secondary things. You have to be very strict about primary things, but you can be optional about secondary one, because those are the add-ons. So what are the fundamental things you have to find out as a service provider. Okay, you just neglect some add-ons or secondary things, it will be no problem for that service delivery. But as you have to think from that angle that these are the primary zones, these are the important zones, these are the primary requirements of my business. You just have to concentrate those primary things very hard, and that should be your target, to find out those important zones and to improve that thing from the angle of customer service capability. Then the next one is the employee involvement. It's very important, because it just don't have to think from the management point of view. Your employee is also there because he is a person which is actually implementing your policies. You are just a management as a service provider, you are just framing the policies and just taking the decisions, but who is going to implement those decisions is ultimately the employee. So the involvement of employee is very important when you just want to implement your policies, you want to implement your decisions, because ultimately he is the front runner, he is actually in negotiation, in contact with customer. So the person who is in contact with customer, actually that person is a very important thing or important one from the angle of management, because management can certainly take feedback from these employees that what customer wants. Because if they are not in contact with customers, they can certainly be in contact with their employees. What is the need of the hour, what customer wants for our services, what customer think that where should be the improvements. All those things can be a part of a feedback from employees. So employee involvement is very important thing. You just want to improve the customer service capability. The next one is implement achievable improvement first. It's always the thing that we just plan our work, but we don't work out our plan, because actually it's a very important thing. We just do planning, very systematic planning, very hard planning, very second to second planning, but at the time of implementation everything just get on hold. Nothing get implemented as per the schedule, as per the planning. So as a service provider, we should first find out which things can be achievable first, because what is in your sight, that should be achievable first. Which is not in your sight, which you think that it will take a time to achieve that particular target, then just think about that target in a later in some later duration. First take a notice of those targets which are there and which can easily be what we can say achievable, which can easily be implemented. So better to think such a targets which are easily achievable. The targets which need some time should be taken for a latter way of implementation, latter time for implementation. So that thing is very important. Then the next point is a training. It can be training to yourself as a service provider, it can be training to your employees, it can be a training to customers, it can be training to the people who are in contact with customers. So training is very important thing. Why there is a need of training? Because every sector is getting improved and improved. Everywhere there are developments, technological developments, infrastructural developments, statutory developments as well the rules and regulations framed by the government. So if there is implementation of GST, then person from your accountant from your service from your company should know each and everything about GST. If there is anything change in customer laws, customer laws related to customers, then that person should know everything about those laws. So everywhere there is a need. If some new technology is being bought in your company, then the person from your company who is handling those machines or engineer should know what is a new technology. If there is any problem in that particular technology, how that particular problem should be solved. So all those things are very important and it needs training. It is just not like that just you had everything with you, because everywhere there is a change, every time there is a change. So you just have to get educated yourself, you have to get new what we can say you just have to think, you have to see where the technology comes from, how that technology is being implemented. So those things are very important when we think from this angle, the training. And the last one is a measurement. Why there is a point measurement? Because what you are doing, it should be measured in a percentage, in a whatever it can be measured, good, satisfactory, better, best, or in a percentage, or in profit or loss, or in any way you can measure the customer service capability of your services, but it should be measured. Why it should be measured? Because whatever your planning is doing, whatever planning you are doing here, it should be measured properly. Because that way you can decide whether you are actually going on a particular that decided way or not, or there is some deviations. So the measurement should be always there, because that measurement will certainly show you the way what amount of targets are achieved and what amount of targets needs to be achieved. That thing can be possible with the help of measurements. So these are the points which are the part of steps to improve customer service capability. Because why this thing, when we think from this angle, customer service capability, these are the steps, and these steps needs to be completed, these steps needs to be properly planned, these steps needs to be properly in a proper sequence. That's why the thing that I started from a focus and ended at a measurement, it has a certain logic. So I hope you understand these points properly, very well. In next lecture we will see the next part of this unit number 3, and in might be in next lecture we will end up with unit number 3. I hope you understand this thing. Thank you very much.